Before you decide to learn an instrument, really any instrument, whether it's bass, guitar, drums, saxophone, French horn, flugelhorn, there's some questions, introspective questions you really want to ask yourself. And your answers to these questions will help guide you on your journey, show you where to go, show you what things to look out for, what pitfalls to avoid. Make sure you stick around for the third one, because it is probably the absolute most important thing to consider before you start playing the bass. The first question is simple. Why do you want to play the bass? It could be as simple as your friend has a band and they really needed a bass player. So he asked you if you wanted to play and you're like, sure, I can learn. I've had a surprising number of students over the years that was why they started playing the bass. There's something about the bass in particular because I think it's only got 4 strings. You can pretty much hang out on root notes. Whereas the guitar, it's got 6 strings. You got to use a pick. There's a lot more finesse involved to learning. But I think that can be dangerous waters, though, because there's a lot more to bass than just root notes and plucking strings. It's okay because you're playing the bass, right? That's exciting. You want to be careful because I would consider that an extrinsic motivator. If you don't know what that means, extrinsic motivators are just things outside of yourself, external forces that are motivating you to do something. They're well and good, but sometimes they, especially for like learning an instrument, they might not stick. Whereas an intrinsic motivator, which is something inside of you that makes you want to do it, it's way easier to find your motivation to stick with something. And an intrinsic might be like you were at a concert and the bass was grooving and thumping and you could feel it in your chest and you loved the sound and you just wanted to be able to do that yourself. That's an example of intrinsic motivator. Or you saw like a video of like Charles Berthold doing something crazy and you're like, I want to be able to do that one day, and so you started learning the bass. These are all intrinsic. Like you have an intrinsic motivation. That's going to make it a lot easier to stick with it. Now, I'm not saying you just give up if you don't have an intrinsic motivation. I'm not saying that at all. It just might be helpful as you're starting to practice, as you're starting to learn. Whenever you get frustrated, remember why you're doing it and maybe try to start inspiring yourself so it's not just that outside factor making you play the bass. Maybe start watching some videos, looking up famous bass players, just see what the instrument's all about, and you might find yourself falling in love with it. And don't beat yourself up if, after 6 months, a year, 2 years, you haven't really made progress you wanted, you just don't like playing the bass, the band you were learning for has broken up, and it's collecting dust in the corner. That could very well happen. As soon as that extrinsic motivator is not there, there's a likelihood you're going to drop it. Unless you've put in some legwork and manage to find an intrinsic motivation and fallen in love with this amazing, beautiful 4-string instrument, or 5-string or 6 or whatever. I've only ever played 4. I can get 95% of what I want to do done with a 4-string. Every now and then I'm learning a song or trying to play something that I wish I had a 5th string for, but to me it's just not worth the hassle. Every time I pick up a 5-string, I'm like, where even am I? What planet is this? I have no idea what note I'm playing. I don't even know who I am anymore when I'm holding a 5-string. The second question to ask yourself, what are your goals? It can be really helpful to know right off the bat what you want to do. Now, if, like I said before, you're trying to join a band and you just need to learn their music, that's your first goal, right? Is to either learn how to make a bass line or learn how to learn someone else's bass line or play whatever your guitarist is showing you to play. That's a real goal that can get you started, something to learn. How to have a good fingerstyle technique, muting strings you're not playing, how to get a clean left hand, get those notes fretting cleanly and evenly. These are all the foundational skills that really, no matter what your goals are, that's where you're going to start. But how often you practice, your intensity, just learning songs for a band as a fun, like you can get away with, Saturday afternoons, you putz around a little bit, and after a couple months, you can kind of play the songs with the band and you're starting to get it. That's fine. But if your goal is you want to be playing in a gigging band that's doing covers, 2 or 3 nights a week maybe, or you want to be able to be like Charles Berthold someday or play like Marcus Miller and know modes and music theory. That's going to take a lot more intentionality on your journey. That's going to take daily practice. It's going to take, I would recommend finding a music teacher if that's your goal. Someone you can trust, because YouTube has a limit. And this is actually a perfect segue into my question number 3. How do you want to learn? There's so many resources out there. If you go on YouTube and search how to play the bass guitar, which is what you may have done to find this video, I don't know, you're going to be bombarded by things to learn, things to think about, things to consider. If you go on forums, if you go on Reddit, on Facebook, and you're just inundated with information about how to play the bass and things you should be working on. And the thing about music is that everyone's journey is slightly different. There isn't this necessarily a linear path that you can just go on. You can get pretty close, right? And the more you can try to stay on a linear path of growth, the better off you are in the long run. But when you're going on YouTube and forums and just finding information here, your growth's going to be all over the place, right? Because you'll get to a certain point, and then there might be something about your playing that you need to fix, but you don't know what it is, and you can't figure it out. And no matter how hard you try, you're at the same level, right? And then you might have a breakthrough, and then you go up. Having a teacher you can trust and meet with regularly can help you stay on that linear path, because they can help give you exercises, give you things to work on, songs to learn, books to use, music theory to study, all of the right things to help you stay as close to that linear path as possible. If you've seen many of my YouTube videos, you know I play a lot of slap bass, but that's not my only thing. I can play fingerstyle. I can use a pick. My philosophy has always been that the music is first. If you have a good foundation for your timing, your technique, your knowledge of notes, and even basic music theory, you have a foundation you can build off. You can learn to play anything, no matter what the style, the genre, the difficulty. So that's why I have decided to offer online virtual lessons through Google Meet. If it's something you're really serious about, wanting to build a stronger foundation, if you've already been playing for a while, or if you're a brand new player, go to maxhbass.com. You can sign up for lessons, and I will, like I said, I'll try to keep you on that linear path of growth. And maybe, virtual lessons might not be your thing. That's totally fine. Instead of just going on Google, that can be a good resource. Check out some local music shops, talk to other musicians in the area, and try to find someone who really resonates with you and you can really connect with. So if you're watching my videos, then there's a good chance that we're already kind of at that point. But if you really don't want to do the virtual lessons, like I said, just get out there, network, find somebody to study with. Having someone who's even the slightest bit better than you that you can meet with and play with on a regular basis, as long as they're also keeping themselves on the right path, you'll be able to learn a lot from them. And you can learn a lot on your own in your bedroom just practicing, but the real magic starts to happen when you find other musicians to play with, find teachers that you can study under and learn from. That's when you really start to improve as a musician. If you want to go find some other helpful YouTube videos, go to my YouTube channel. I got tons of stuff. I got shorts. I got long videos about theory, slap, fingerstyle, rhythms, counting. I got it all. Just whatever you want to learn about the bass, you can probably find at least a little bit of a video about it on my channel. I'll put some videos here at the bottom that you might find interesting to start with. So hopefully I will see you around.